జై శ్రీరామ్ జిగీష్ గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి భార్గవి గారు, ఎలా ఉన్నారు? జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి భార్గవి గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి. జై శ్రీరామ్ పద్మ గారు.
Hey, Sriram aunty. I was joining in 1 minute. Sorry.
Sure, Nana.
Jai Sriram Jigish garu. Jai Sriram everyone.
జై శ్రీరామ్ పద్మ గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
Jai Sriram Amma Shobharani garu. Jai Sriram.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అందరికి.
Jai Sriram. Jai Sriram andi. Jigish garu, Samhita login అవుతుంది and she'll do the slides adi. Okay na?
Yeah. I will have to give the host.
Yes. Adi ఇది చేయడానికి
co-host చేస్తానండి.
Yeah, co-host చేసి దానికి అంటే then do the slide sharing కదా. Share screen.
తప్పకుండా.
Yes.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అవి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అన్నారే.
జై శ్రీరామ్ మృణాలి ಅವರೇ.
Just okay.
నమస్తే అమ్మ పద్మ గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి సొన్నమ్మ.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అమ్మ. చాలా రోజులైంది చూసి.
చాలా రోజులైందమ్మా. జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్
జగేశమ్మ పద్మ గారమ్మ. జై శ్రీరామ్ అందరికి. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
మా జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్ నాన్న. రమేష్ చాలా రోజుల తర్వాత చూస్తున్నాను రమేష్ ని. అక్షర, రమేష్,
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురు
ఆది. జై శ్రీరామ్. ఒక 2 minutes వెయిట్ చేయాలంటారమ్మా
రావు గారు ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అయినారు గురుగారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ గారు.
ఓకే, జై శ్రీరామ్ రావు గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్.
ఓపెనింగ్ ప్రేయర్స్ చేయొచ్చు గురుగారు.
Okay.
నేను మిమ్మల్ని స్పాట్లైట్ చేస్తాను.
హరి ఓం శ్రీమతే రామానుజాయ నమః. ఆపదామపహర్తారం దాతారం సర్వదంపదాం లోకాభిరామం శ్రీరామం భూయో భూయో నమామ్యహం. మనోజవం మారుతతుల్యవేగం జితేంద్రియం బుద్ధిమతాం వరిష్టం వాతాత్మజం మానరయూతముఖ్యం శ్రీరామదూతం శిరసా నమామి. భద్రాచరాసితారక్షణ హనుమాతుమిత గరుడతమేత శ్రీరామనారాయణ స్వామినః ప్రార్థనాం సమర్పయామి. జై శ్రీరామ. ప్లీజ్ గో హెడ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురుగారు. రావు గారు మీరు ఏమన్నా అనౌన్స్మెంట్ చేస్తారండి?
Jai Shriram andi andarkinu. Hearty welcome to all the devotees that are joined from all over the world. This program is being recorded and it is also being live telecasted on the website www.jaishriram.org. So kindly please make a note so that this program will be available for offline viewing after the event. So today, while we have the auspicious blessed topic to listen from the Athidi who had been on this Kalpavruksham discussions blessed before by Guru Garu, this month onwards Guru Garu is bringing a new concept of promoting this activity within the youngsters for kids and college going students. What is that is called is Kalpavruksham essay writing. How this is going to work? So with the blessings of Guru Garu, we are introducing that today. The participants who are interested to take part, they need to attend the Kalpavruksham session. Listen to the topic given by Athidi, and after that, then we will be having the opportunity for them to submit an essay, either handwritten or typed, and send it to the email address so that Seva group can take that to Guru Garu for blessings. So this is a very rare and unique opportunity, and there is no constraint about the time, because all devotees who are attending to the call, they can give this as an activity, because second Saturday of each month is the Kalpavruksham. While that is happening, then the most important thing is now, for example, today if we take Kalpavruksham happens only a particular Saturday of the week. So when it is happening on the third week, it is a fixed calendar. It is a fixed calendar. Each month this will happen. They will have about a week time, 10 days time to prepare draft and then send it by them. And they need to be part of the program. So that is what Seva volunteers will be doing. And humble request is parents cannot take any substitute for the participants, saying that my son will be submitting and today I am on the call and that is not eligible. And we have to make sure that the participant is on the call so that they are listening, and it is basically a given opportunity for them to understand, to come up with their own thoughts while preparing the essay. So if parents listens and if parent tells that we will help our children to do ante, that participant will not be eligible to be part of this essay writing opportunity. And so kindly make sure that the participants are sitting with you, and at the end the Seva group will be making sure that the participants has attended the program and they have listened throughout the time without any interruptions, without any video off, and video on is also requested for every participant who are taking it. After doing all those thorough evaluation, the selected essays, whoever have submitted within the end of the month by 9 p.m. local time, wherever you are, 9 p.m. local time on the last day of the month will be the time for submitting the essay. And once when it is done, by the time the next Kalpavruksham happens, we will be able to get the blessings from Guru Garu and announce who did that. And it is all about participation is more important. It is not about whether I got selected or not, but participation is more important. Knowledge is more important. And again, taking this opportunity is one of the best thing. All parents, all well-wishers who have been on this call, so kindly please make a note to encourage children and encourage them to take part of this program. So while this is happening, let me check with the Seva coordinator, Jigisha Garu. Jigisha Garu, taking the wonderful opportunity to host this Kalpavruksham. Jigisha Garu, are there any additional information that need to be provided for essay writing new concept blessed by Guru Garu?
Ledandi, the guidelines are participants have to attend themselves. They have to be on the call for the entire time with video on and submit by end of the month, 9 p.m. local time. And then, yes. So the essay also has to be written on the topic presented by Athidi during this call. It is based on that topic. It's not whatever they have understood, their perception of the topic is what they'll write the essay.
So with that, today's topic, everyone would have been seen. So nowadays, going forward, parents' phone will become very busy. The reason is children will be starting looking at what is the topic that is coming in the Kalpavruksham. And the another benefit for the kids is if they have any questions that if they want to understand more, the wonderful opportunity is this session is being recorded and it will be shared in the site. There is a page called Kalpavruksham, and after few days after this event, this video will be uploaded into the website so they can play and listen it again before they make the presentation on the essay. So these are all the wonderful opportunities, Andy. So we need a good participation from the kids and taking this wonderful opportunity. Now let me check with Jigisha Garu to make sure that we have the other participants who are coming from the other sessions have joined this call. Andy, is Jigisha Garu, Meera Garu is back onto this call?
Ledra Garu, I don't see Meera Garu yet, Andy.
So when Meera Garu comes, kindly please inform. So while we are waiting, today is very unique day, and the reason is we are going to tell that at the time of introducing the Athidi. So we have a parallel blessed Nitya Nirantara Seva activity going on. So today's Athidi is blessed to conduct that Nitya Nirantara Ramayana Seva for the participants at the same time. So generally, Nitya Nirantara Seva Nadi, it is a kind of activity which we have to do irrespective of any situations. Whether it is shiny, whether it is rain, or whether it is snow, దేవుడు కార్యక్రమాలు మటుకు ఎప్పుడు ఆగకూడదు. సో అలాంటి భాగంలో నిత్య నిరంతర సేవ ఆ టైంకి అది రామాయణ పారాయణ సేవ will happen. So that opportunity is being really blessed by Guru Garu to today's Athidi, which we will get to know soon. And that activity, వాళ్ళు ఆపకూడదు కాబట్టి, they are just taking an opportunity to read a small portion of Ramayanam, and then they are joining this session to listen this wonderful topic today. So while that is happening, let us take Guru Garu's blessings on understanding about how important is this Kalpavruksham. So Kalpavruksham is blessed by Guru Garu to all the, it is open for anyone, for the adults especially, to make sure that they are coming, learning, all are learners, and we are all taking this unique opportunity, not only the knowledge that whatever I know, I am keeping to myself, I am also giving the opportunity to tell others and learn out of this whole process with the blessings of Guru Garu. So Guru Garni, we will take the opportunity to learn about how we have to make use of this Kalpavruksham opportunity extended by భద్రాద్రి శ్రీరామ టెంపుల్ ఆఫ్ USA. గురుగారు మీరు కల్పవృక్షం గురించి 2 మాటలు బ్లెస్సింగ్స్ చేస్తే మన మీరా గారు జాయిన్ అవ్వగానే అతిథిని ఇంట్రొడ్యూస్ చేద్దాం.
జై శ్రీరామ్ టు ఎవ్రీబడి. So with the blessings of Bhadradri Sri Sitaram Tindu Swam Parivar, so we're all part of Nitya Puja. We learn Nitya Puja. So that's how we practice our religion, by believing the God, and also as we learned in Nitya Puja, Matrudevo Bhava, Pitrudevo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, Athiti Devo Bhava. We consider all these parents, guru, teacher, and our elders as the live gods. So that's what we learned in Nitya Puja. And also we are keeping in practice, just not listening, but we are practicing by offering our prayers every day. So I don't know how many of us we are offering prayers, including my daughter Aishwarya. So you have to offer every day. So don't postpone it, at least. At least and during weekends we have to do that. So then we are extending to know, so in our this philosophical journey, we have to know new things. So Ramayanam, see the great kavyam in Sanatana Dharmam, and so we want to know about that. So that's why we started reading Ramayana. So many of you, the kids, are very nice because they are attending regularly and they are learning very nice. And Padma Garu, so is the part of that, she is leading and taking all the kids forward. So in this, so again, to know some more about this. So these are the extended programs. So writing essays, we can read and we can listen. You see, whatever Kalpavruksham we listen, just we are going to write an essay on that. So that is excellent opportunity for all of us to know more and more about this. And don't miss any Kalpavruksham. So all Kalpavrukshams, every once in a month, it's about 1 hour we have to spend on this, and 1 more hour, maybe 1 more or 2 more hours we have to spend on an essay. So that will help us, and we'll become very confident, and we'll be very strong, and also ultimate we are going to get blessings from the God. So good luck to you all, and so concentrate on so whatever the discourse you are going to listen now, and take a pen and a notebook or something like that. So note it, some names we may listen and we may forget. So whenever we listen something, we have to note it. So that's how by seeing that names, it's very easy to write that essay again. So God bless you all. Jai Shri Ram. Jai Shri Ram Raghav.
Jai Shri Ram and Guru Garu. So one more time, let me check Garu to make sure if the other group has joined.
And participants join Ragaru. I see Sahasra Divakala, but I don't see Meera Garu yet.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
So while Meera Garu is joining, let me make sure that I see and I get inspired by the people who are joining here. So let me take the opportunity of asking some of the participants here what made them to be inspired to be on this Kalpavruksham call here today, even before listening to the topic. So I'm going to take the opportunity of asking our Nitya Puja student who is sitting next to Guru Garu. Amma Aishwarya, can you please unmute yourself and tell what made you inspired to come to the session today?
I came here because I wanted to learn more about Ramayanam, and it's very interesting to learn.
Chala chakkaga cheppavamma. Wonderful. Give her a big hand because she took the opportunity of even talking for the first time. Now, as I go through this, I'm just going through the screens, which is I'm seeing on my screen. And I have Sriram here, who has taken the opportunity to join the session here. Nana Sriram, can you please unmute and tell by yourself what made you to attend for this Kalpavruksham session today?
Jai Shri Ram. I Padmanti and the Ramayana study made me join this call.
Wonderful, wonderful. So today's Athidi, Srimati Padma Garu, is the teacher for Ramayanam study. So which motivated this participant to come. Wonderful, Andy. Give him a big hand to Sri Ram. And as I'm calling the names, some of them are please hiding their videos. Please don't hide. I will be again calling you later if you come back again online. Okay. So I'm just going through this. Akshara Konduri. Nana Akshara, can you please unmute and then can you please tell what made you to come to the Kalpavruksham today?
I thought it would help me in my life in the future, and also I like writing. So those are the two reasons that made me join the.
Wonderful, wonderful. So it is going to help her in her life. Give her a big hand to Akshara. Very nice, Nana Akshara. Very good. Now, as I am going through the screens, I have Nimish here. So I have a challenging question to Nimish. So Nimish, since you took the opportunity to attend the session today here, can you please tell what is the Kalpavruksham topic today? Can you please unmute yourself?
Jai Shri Ram Ragaru. Can you say that question one more time, please?
Yeah, what is the topic of Kalpavruksham today? Anyhow, that's fine. Can you please tell what made you to attend for this session today? What inspired you?
Honestly, Ragaru, it was just the curiosity and wanting to understand more like that. And so that curiosity drove me to join the call today and want to participate in this activity.
Wonderful, Nana. Wonderful, Nimish. Appreciate your efforts. So give him a big hand, Nimish, for taking the time and to get through out of the anxiety and the curiosity. So that is one of the key things which he mentioned. And you will definitely get benefited out of this session, Nana. After that, Sai Charan, can you please unmute yourself and tell what inspired you to attend this session today? Nana, unmute yourself.
Yeah. I decided to join the session today because I wanted to learn more about like the topic, and I also like to write essays, and I've wrote a lot of essays. So I thought it would be interesting to write another essay on this topic.
Very good, Nana. Give him a big hand. And now I see a lot of participants, 43 participants are already on this call. So Jagisha Garu, please kindly confirm Andy if all the participants.
Yes. Anandi, Meera garu just confirmed that call over there is completed.
So Jai Shri Ram Andi, hearty welcome to all the participants who are coming from Ramayanam Nitya Nirantara Seva Bala group. And it is so inspiring to see the teacher who is taking the role of the responsibility of making the participant to study is now today the Athidi of this blessed session. So today I am really humbly blessed to introduce Srimati Padma Lailapalli Garu, who is joining us from Louisville. So Padma Garu is a strong devotee and bonded with Kalyana Yatra right from the very early stages. So Padma Garu has a special bonded devotion to this entire blessed activity. Padma Garu is in the hearts of every small children who are attending to the Ramayanam study during the weekends. Shukruvaram vaste chalu Ramayanam study ki vellali anukuntaru pillalu. So that is because of the teacher who is cultivating or growing by putting the small seeds which is grown up to small plants right now. Not only kids, even for adults also. So when Guru Garu blessed about Nitya Nirantara Seva Ramayana Parayanam, we used to have that only one session in the night, every day evening, 8 p.m. Eastern time. But at that time, there were a lot of interest from India. And even some of the participants who had time in the morning to start another session in the morning time of US, which is evening time of India. So there were several participants who attended there. So with that, Ramayana Parayanam activity is going daily 2 times. One is morning according to US time, one is night according to US time. So Padma Garu is a neuropsychologist by profession and has a lot of interest in dealing with school kids. She has a passion to help through the tough situation for anyone, not only by profession, even that's the reason why, like one of the students, Sai Charan mentioned, Padma Garu is very curious to learn that secret through this holy Ramayana. So with that, Padma Garu took it as a very blessed activity to read this Ramayanam several times. And today she is in front of us with the blessings of Guru Garu to tell about the important topic, the Ramayana, how to deal with the difficult times. So the entire world is now going through very tough time. And always there is a concept which Guru Garu says that happiness and difficult are always like a waves. If happiness is always there, there is a following coming by difficult time. If difficult time is going through, automatically that is not going to survive for a long time. Happiness will come behind it. So today we are going to learn the wonderful opportunity, what is listed in Ramayanam, and how we are going to learn that of handling the tough times in a right way as per Ramayana. So without any further delay, on behalf of the entire Seva group with Guru Garu's blessings, we take the great opportunity to introduce Srimati Padma Garu to this group. Padma Garandi, please kindly take it over.
Dasoham Rao Garu, Dasoham Mama, Jai Sri Ram, Jai Hima. With the blessings of my gurus, with the blessings of my parents, with the blessings from my in-laws, and I'm at the feet of Rama, and I'm truly, truly blessed to be with you all and share what I've learned, what I've understood, and what I'm still learning. It's a lifelong process. I can never say I've understood Ramayanam for this lifetime. So with that humble beginnings and with that humble prelude kind of a thing, I want to start. We are in tough times right now, and this topic that I selected, it might sound really bad, but the thing is, I don't want to make it as bad as it sounds, but it's learning to withstand the tough times, how to be strong from within, rather than, oh my goodness, something is happening outside, I cannot go meet with people, it's stressing me out, I'm depressed, I'm anxious, I just don't want to live like this, so let me end my life. This is not what Ramayana is teaching. And that is the main reason that I picked up this topic. Why Ramayana? Why Ramayana as a it's a toolkit. It's also a how-to manual to live and lead this life because there are pitfalls, there are obstacles, there are tough times, but how to withstand and stand firmly so that you can overcome these obstacles. So this is what the topic for today is. And so this, let me start by saying why Ramayana? Why Ramayana? Why is it important? Why is it important for us to know Ramayana? Or why is it for us to understand Ramayana? Because it's such a beautiful story. It's the story of a hero and a heroine, and there is a villain that comes and grabs the heroine. And so it's a very simple, it's a beautiful story. It's an anecdotal story. And so it's very easy for us to identify with the characters, identify with the people that are in the Ramayana as such, and then we'll get to know them better. We can understand where they're coming from, what they're doing, and then when we grow a little bit older, so all the kids from Ramayana study group that I've noticed, right from Sundarakanda, now we are in Aranyakanda, and I've seen the transformation, how beautifully they're growing, how well they're understanding, the way they're analyzing the situation. Because throughout the Ayodhya Kanda, it's a huge big Kanda for 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or a 14 or 15-year-old to understand that. But they went through that. And then when they did the essays, when they did the Sarga summaries, one of the kids beautifully said, take out the drama, Padma Andy. There is a lot of drama in Ayodhya Kanda. Take out all the drama. But this is the beginning of Ramayana, because this is where Rama starts his purpose, his journey. Why is he here? So that is an amazing insight. I haven't seen that in even the adults who read Ramayana, who did understand that Ramayana. So I'm truly, truly blessed to be part of the Ramayana study. I learn a lot from my kids. I'm proud to say they're my kids because I'm with them over the weekends, and I'm learning the way they're analyzing, the way they are up to the point and just targeting that and saying, hey, this is what I like, this is what I don't like. They're not flowering it, they're not making it sound beautiful or wonderful. They're absolutely focused on learning what they can learn, what they can understand. So I'm truly, truly blessed in that way. So now what can Ramayana do for us? So this is why Ramayana? We have seen in most of our, like in Mahabharata, in Bhagavad Gita, as a part of Mahabharata, and also even Ramayana, in the middle of the battlefield, Ramayana, in the middle of the battlefield, Rama is given the Aditya Hridayam, okay? And in the battle, in the middle of the battlefield, in Mahabharata Yuddha, Arjuna is given the beautiful, beautiful counseling, magnificent counseling session by Sri Krishna Paramatma. So that is Bhagavad Gita. We all know that. So this is how our Sanatana Dharma teaches us. This is what it is, because they're accepting, they're coming from a tenet that life is not rosy, life is not a bed of roses, or it's not full of pleasures and everything is going to be fine and dandy. It's not that way. So they're teaching us right from the very beginning, they're teaching us, yes, there are tough times, how to overcome those tough times. So this is what the topic is going to be. And so I've heard in the past 2 years, right from the COVID time, and now I've seen more than 500 cases, and these 500 cases heard a lot of suicide, anxiety, depression, people going into a lot of anger bouts. And so all these things are happening. People have lost their loved ones. So many of them are lost. And then I see so many people losing their jobs. So these are all definitely tough times. It's extremely tough for us to be in a tough time and take a deep breather and say, hey, this too shall pass. This is not easy to say, but that's what Ramayana is teaching us. So, and I have taken 4 broad categories. I tried my best to categorize it into 4 broad areas where we can go and understand what Ramayana is teaching us. So the 4 practices or the ways that I've understood Ramayana is the path of knowledge, or the path of knowledge is the very right from the very beginning, an inquiry into ourselves. That's what Rama, going with Vishwamitra Maharshi, is teaching us. So it's the whole of Balakanda till he gets married to Sitama. So that's the whole of path of self-inquiry. Who am I? What am I here for? Where am I going? What am I learning? So all this, the knowledge that he is getting, that he is imbibing by asking Vishwamitra Maharshi again and again. He is asking so many questions. He's asking about the nature. He is asking about why a river flows this a certain way, why there is a thunderous roar in the river, why there is why there are beautiful trees around, why it's very deserted and it's extremely eerie and scary. And we have seen that in Balakanda. A lot of our kids were extremely curious to know, hey, more, tell me more about this, tell me more about this story. So that's how even Rama was. He was very inquisitive. He was very curious to learn about the flora and fauna. He is learning about the land and the rule of the land, the dharma of the land. And then he is also learning what are all the different animals, how to deal with these animals while walking with Vishwamitra Maharshi, how to be with a guru and a sishya, how they are, what is the interrelationship, how a student should be, how curious a student should be. That is how Rama is learning. So that is the path of knowledge, or the inquiry into ourselves. So that's how I taken it apart, and that's what I understood from Balakanda. And then, so when we are dealing with this, the Sanatana Dharma, or because Guru Garu talks about Sanatana Dharma always, and that is the main purpose for Nitya Puja. So this Sanatana Dharma, it's for us to understand, it might be vague because we are living in a go-getter kind of a world, or we are living in instant gratifications. Just for a minute, that's it. That's I'm a pleasure person. I love to live for that. So that's how we are, moment to moment, pleasure seeking. But that's after a certain point, it becomes extremely dull, extremely burdensome for us to move on, move forward. So it's something like, because we are dealing with Ramayana, I'll take that Rama with his arrows. So let's think about this as we are suddenly stuck with the arrow. It's a forceful arrow that came and strikes us down, and that's what COVID did. It suddenly came to a standstill. Everybody, everywhere, everything, absolutely quiet, deserted streets, everything came to a standstill. So that is the first arrow. And the second arrow immediately that comes and hits us is our reaction to this. So this is something that we can deal with. So the reaction that we are having to this outside situation, we cannot control that. All we can do is how to manage it well is what we can do. So we listen to the CDC rules and regulations. We take the vaccines on time. We are using the mask mandates. We are doing all that stuff. So that's what the first basic arrow is doing. So that's what we are trying to manage the pain with that. So all the mandates and everything, we are listening to the CDC rules and regulations, we are doing that. But the second thing is the second arrow. Being a psychologist, that's what I'm curious to understand. That's what I'm trying my best to understand and wrap my head around it, using Ramayana, using what I've understood, how Rama took this journey and how he too went through all these battles in life and how he came out victorious. So that's what I'm trying to learn from this. So this, I've heard a lot of people talking about, as I said earlier, depression. And this is an immediate shock because it for us to sink in that this is a very volatile situation. It's something that we cannot manage. It's something that was very, very hard for us to understand. So then it started, we started having anxiety. I've seen people having panic attacks, and there is the uncertainty of the future. So this is something very, very tough for us to understand. So as we have asked earlier, what can Ramayana do? So this is something that we are trying to understand. The very first practice is the practice or the path of knowledge that is giving us a sense of underlying framework for us to withstand a situation that is it's truly trying to teach us something, to be completely flexible, not rigid. Oh my goodness, my life has shattered and now I don't have anything to do or anything to focus on. So that's something that is not teaching. It's something that we need to understand. What is it we are trying to learn from this? So this is what we are trying, and also we are learning from Ramayana. So when we read this, we are armed with the swords of knowledge, the knowledge that Sanatana Dharma, that again, I'm using that word Sanatana Dharma with a very, very confident way of saying this is not my dharma or your dharma. It is Sanatana Dharma. It hasn't changed in millennia. It's a time-tested method. It's a time-tested pill. It's a time-tested way to live. So this is something that we are learning. And that is what Vishwamitra is teaching us, the tenacity, how to withstand your boggled and your hit down, and how do I get up? How do I control my anger? How do I control my inner displeasure or inner turmoil that is happening within me? How do I control that? And how do I overcome that? And from being a Kaushika, he becomes a Vishwamitra. He is a friend to the whole Vishwam, and that's how he reaches the Brahmarshi state of mind. So that is what he's teaching Rama. Hey Rama, these are the pitfalls. I've faced that, Rama, so please be careful. Where every step of the way he's teaching that to him, and he's showing that. We have seen that in Ahalya, Syapa Vimochanam, and then he has taken to the Yajna, where he has taught that these Rakshasas are they use the Maya, they are using the sorcery, and they're using all sorts of deceitful behaviors. How to withstand those deceitful behaviors is also what Vishwamitra Maharshi is teaching Rama and Lakshmana. They're very young, so they're as young as some of our kids in Ramayanam study. So they're learning these beautiful tenets, these beautiful time-tested tenets, that how to withstand all these falsities and how to truly seek for what the knowledge is telling us. So this is what it's teaching us. And then there are verses from Sundarakanda, and Guru Garu always stresses on those. We have the mantras, and I'm not going to say all those mantras now, but there are beautiful mantras. If we can tell these kids, teach these kids those Jaya mantras, and they are invincible. They can withstand. They're much more tenacious. They're very strong kids, and we can make them stronger with these things. So that's the second. Let me come to the second portion of this. So the path to God. So devotion, the path to God, or the bhakti that we are talking about. So we all, the Sanatana Dharma tells us, teaches us that there is God within everybody and within you also. But when you are in a very troubled situation, when you are in tough times, you cannot see God within yourself because you are anxious. It's a very tumultuous mind at that point in time, and you cannot focus on that. So what you're doing is you're putting the God in front of you. You have a picture. You have something in front of you, a murti or a picture or a mantra that is teaching you how to withstand, how to see that God, how to experience that God that is within you, but you're just putting it in front of you. And that's what Nitya Puja is doing. So, and that is the core essence of Nitya Puja for us. For all of our kids to learn that. And I highly recommend all our kids to learn that, because that's what the reason Guru Garu started that. And that's something that it's an amazing, amazing concept that he brought it, and in a very precise, concise way. It's in a nutshell, he's giving that incredible knowledge, incredible amount of jnanam, and presenting it to us. So when we go from Naham Karta, Hare Karta, so we are saying that just for us to be in that peaceful state of mind and say, Naham Karta, I'm not the doer, Hare Karta. So when I'm putting everything at his feet and saying, Hari, please, please, please surround me with that positivity. So that's something, that humbleness, that devotion towards the God is something that's going to fortify you. What is Ramayana doing that? That is what Ramayana is teaching us. All through the passage of even in Balakanda, towards Ayodhya-kanda, even in Aranya-kanda, Rama is meeting all these sages. He's learning the precepts. He's learning the concepts from all these sages. He's doing the mananam. He's doing the jnanam. He is incredibly contemplating on all these things that he has learned throughout his life. And he's learning. He is not stopping. He's not saying, I've learned enough. He's not saying that. It's a lifetime process of learning. So that's what Rama is teaching us. So even in Aranya-kanda, he's doing this. And when we see one of our kids in Ramayanam study, they've asked me, why is Rama, every time there is a sunset or a sunrise moment in Ramayanam story, there is just a single line that says, Rama has offered ablutions to Narayana or the sun god. Why are they saying that again and again? This is the reason. When you are including that Hari, when you are including whoever you want to take, whatever the form that you want to take. I'm a believer. I'm a staunch believer in Amavaru. Yes, take that form, but surround yourself with her, and then you are fortified. You are becoming stronger and stronger from within, not from around. No matter what comes from around, you can, even though you're sad, you're depressed, you're anxious, you can withstand that situation. And that's what the second point is teaching us. And the third point is uh, the focus, the one and one only thought, the idea, the perception, or the memory. So people have asked me again and again, when I'm in the tumultuous or when I'm in a turmoil, how can I even focus on God? Because God is that one perception or one thought or one idea, right? So how can I focus on that? Greatness of our mind, because I'm coming from the psychological perspective. So the greatness of our mind is it can only think of one idea, one perception, or one memory at a time. At a time. Okay, that's the class. So when moment to moment you're in that tumultuous kind of way of living, then you remind yourself and say, hey, this is what, instead of thinking about what is not happening, let me focus on this. So I'll think about Hari or Rama or Krishna or Shiva or Vishnu or whoever you want to say, whatever the name tag that you're putting, it's okay. But the important thing is you are bringing your mind to that. So what you're doing is that focus, one single pointed focus that you're doing is helping you to bring your mind from a negative perspective to a very positive, a strength giving perspective. So when we feel that, when we have that, what we are doing is the moment you bring it to this present moment, again, it goes back, it thinks about something else, then bring it back gently to this present moment. So again and again, that's what Ramayana is teaching us. Again and again, bring it back so that it becomes second in nature to you. So this is what the neuroplasticity that we are talking about. So this is what it's teaching us. You can do all this. So you are training your mind to bring back. You're bringing back from a scattered situation to a single pointed focus. And this is very, very important for all my students, because this is how you're going to focus in your life. This is going to help you in your exams, because when we start, yesterday also I've given this example. When you have to do a presentation, or when you have to do assignment for your school, you start with that assignment, you start searching for that assignment, and suddenly something pops up, especially now in the computers, this is what is happening. So something else pops up. So you just are curious, hey, this is related to that, right? So let me go check that out. And from that, something pops up, something else comes out, and then I go search for that. By the end of 1 hour, I've gone through a completely tangential mode, and I'm not even focused on what I am supposed to do. So this is what is going to help us. Ramayana is teaching us that again and again. And so this, where do we see that? We have seen that in Sundarakanda. We've seen that in Yuddhakanda. Ravana is using lots of bad tactics, very devious tactics to make Sita, to force Sita to change her mind and succumb to his devious actions. So this is something that he has done again and again. So he first pleads her, and then he scares her, and then he tricks her by showing Rama's head, and he says Rama is dead. And then somebody else suddenly comes from the side, and she says, no, Rama is not dead. It's just something he has created. So remember, whatever you see is not true. So as soon as Ravana leaves that place, that head and the dhanas and everything vanishes. So that's how she is reminding her to make Sitama to settle down, to calm down, and not to be perturbed. So this is what he has done again and again. And then for Hanuman to be disturbed, Indrajit makes a Maya Sita and chops her into pieces, and Hanuman, a magnificent, knowledgeable person, he's also disturbed. So the amount of things that are created around us, no matter how strong you are, it will break you, is what we have seen in that situation. Hanuma is extremely, extremely disturbed. He's very sad. We have never seen Hanuma that sad, and he cries and he goes and tells Rama, and Rama is broken into pieces because this is Hanuma telling Rama, not somebody else, some Tom, Dick, and Harry coming and telling Rama. It's Hanuma telling, because Hanuma is the only one who saw Sita. So Rama is completely shattered to pieces, and that's when Vibhishana comes and says, no, 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 Rama, please, please be strong, because this is not possible. And he gives all his reasons. So all these situations, again and again, we have seen this. So this is the focus, like how to bring back. So what happens is, even though there is this much of negativity, this much of deceitful or Maya around you, again and again you have, when you are in the path of dharma, when you are doing your beautiful things, you are following the dharma to the T, what happens is you get all these inputs from different sides, different people, different avenues. You read, suddenly you read an article, and that's an aha moment for you. So this is what that's teaching us. And the final and very, very important thing is the seva module. And so what is this seva teaching us? The seva is teaching us that there is something that's bigger than you. There is something that is far, far, far bigger than you and you alone. So when we do something for others, when we do something, help others or teach others or be with others and go towards a certain goal, and that's very, very important. And that makes you leaps and that makes you grow leaps and bounds, and that helps you come out of depression, because you have shared something that is meaningful to you and to others, and that helps others. So go, if the kids are feeling depressed, please go do the seva, go work with somebody. Now, because of the COVID times, it's not that much of things happening when you can go one-on-one and do all these activities. So this is very, very something that you have to keep in mind. So Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, everything teaches us that mind acts like an enemy for those who don't control it. So how do I control this? These are all the things that Ramayana is teaching us. And so even when you are learning, when you are doing anything, so this is what is helping us to withstand. And this is the beautiful prayer. And all of us, most of our psychologists, we believe in this, because this is we promise on this and say, hey, this is what we are going to do. God, give me the courage to change the things I can, patience to bear the things I can't change, and the wisdom to know the difference, because I cannot change everybody who is coming in front of me. I cannot do that, because they have to do from within. So this is what is teaching us, and this is what I want to share with you all. So so when the people are open-minded, so even when we are dealing with Ramayana, when we are reading Ramayana, of course, so many people come with preconceived notions. That's not how we can start a learning process. So be open-minded. That's my humble request. Be open-minded, and you can learn so many things. So in the beginner's mind, there are many possibilities, and in an expert's mind, if I come with a preconceived notion that Ramayanam says this, or this Ramayanam says this, or I've heard somebody say this, or I believe this, then I'm an expert mind, and there is nothing that can go inside that. So be a fertile, be something like Janaka. Janaka tilled his soil, and that's how he got Sitama. So that's how we have to till our mind and be open to accept all this. So this is what doing, and this is what is doing. Ramayana is telling us. And this Rakshasa mentality, this is something that we are seeing. This is just for my kids in Ramayanam study. So this is something that you have to be aware of. Is this something I'm getting into? Is this I'm a loser, or I'm at least better than that person, or I'll be better than her, or I'll better than you. So this is something, the totem pole mentality is something that's going to pull you down, because it's going to suck you, and it's definitely going to take you into the failure mode rather than into a very positive. So that's the reason we don't see this in Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna. We don't see this totem pole. I'm better than you, or I'm bigger than you. Nothing. They're all equal, and that's what they do, and that's what they're teaching us. So that's something that they're doing. So a lot of, I'm going to leave the session with this. You can go and see this, and I don't have to explain, because this is a very simple stress relief things that we do or give our students and even the adults who come. And it's a very simple, very, very simple thing. So I don't have to explain this. So while we are taking the question and answers, you can think about this. But the final topic that I want to leave you with is something that I have learned, happiness, the happiness model, the happiness, the edge that it's an equation form, but we came to this in positive psychology, and my professors, they've done this humongous research, and they've come to this. They're saying that happiness equals pleasure plus engagement plus meaning. And so this is something that I've learned, but there is something more to this than just pleasure, engagement, meaning. There is the final aspect, that is the ultimate happiness, that is the ultimate blissful state, and that is moksham. Our Sanatana Dharma teaches us that. So from a psychological or a psychologist point of view, we have come thus far trying really, really hard to understand who are we, what am I, who am I, to this equation. But there is more to it, and Sanatana Dharma has taught us that, and Ramayana teaches that to us. So with that, I'll leave you all. Jai Sri Ram, Jai Hanma, and if you have any questions or anything, please raise your hand. And Jigish Garu, can you please help me out, Andy? I can't see everybody.
Yes, Andy, I'll let me go ahead and make the gallery. Jai Shri Ram, Andy. If anybody has any questions for Padma Garu, please raise your hand. Yeah, Sri Ram, you can go ahead, Nana.
I don't really have a question right now. Can I just say what I have to say now? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ramayana teaches us to follow Dharma and what is right, always speaks truth, respect everyone, listen to your parents and teachers, stand for yourself and others, the hunger to learn more, patience, forgiveness, focus, helping others, positiveness, always putting yourself in others' places and think, changes your thought process, to be strong, not to get distracted, to never give up, never get manipulated, always think before you speak and act, be bold, never to boast, be kind, and gives you a peace of mind.
Absolutely. Thank you. Absolutely wonderful. Very, very well said.
Thank
Nana.
you, Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Sri Ram. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that.
Anyone? Jai Shri Ram Ragaru.
Yeah, Jigisha Garu, while before you take the next question, today's wonderful topic, many young participants are interested to be part of the essay. So before the call ends, there is a chat window low. We are requesting to provide your name, email address, contact details, so that we want to verify if that participant is on the call today here. And after verifying, then we will be contacting the candidate to tell how they have to submit the information. So please go ahead and start putting that information on the chat screen, and only participants who are on this call today, this is how we make the validation. Those participants only will be eligible to be part of the essay writing opportunity. So go ahead with the next question, Andy.
Yeah. Anyone else has another question, Andy? Yeah, Prithvi Nanna, go ahead, please.
జై శ్రీరామ్ పద్మ అంటే చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు. మీ సేవ ఎంతో మందికి హెల్ప్ చేస్తుంది. సో థ్యాంక్ యూ సో మచ్. 2 ప్రశ్నలు ఉన్నాయి. ఇది మొదటిది సెరెనిటీ ప్రేయర్ చెప్పారు. అది సంస్కృతం మంత్ర కూడా అది చదివి వినిపిస్తారా మీనింగ్? మళ్ళా ఇంకొకటి ఏంటంటే paths to knowledge, self-inquiry అన్నారు. So how to do that self-inquiry? Could you talk about that a bit more? Thank you.
Wonderful questions. Good to see you, Prithvi. Jai Shri Ram. The serenity prayer that we follow, I'm not going to go into the Sanskrit mantra to that. Okay. Because this is more anglicized and more towards catering towards the Western public, and that's the reason I'm going to leave it at that, because the Shanti Mantram is a little bit more intense and much more in-depth, because we go into a deeper meaning into that. So that's, I definitely will request Guru Garu some other time to teach us that Shanti Mantram. So I'll leave at that. And this particular topic that we were talking about, how to go within ourselves, right? How to inquire into ourselves. This is, it's a lifetime process. It's something that we are learning. So whatever we are learning, whatever the tools and techniques that we are learning, or whatever Ramayanam, the different characters in Ramayanam are teaching us, taking that as in a nutshell and looking at it and doing the mananam and jnanam. So this is something that's very, very important, because once you read, you have not understood that completely. So there is a meaning, there is an underlying reason why Valmiki Maharshi is telling that particular story at that particular point in time. So especially in Aranyakanda, you see Rama, Lakshmana and Sita going along with a sage, and suddenly from a lake they hear all this music, and they're telling, that sage is telling Rama about the intense tapas that Mandakarni Maharshi did. And that Mandakarni Maharshi is the one who is living there with 5 apsaras, and he says, this is the lake with all these panchapsara, so with 5 apsaras. So when you look at it, it sounds ridiculous, because it's like, why is a sage doing this kind of practice and this many years of practice, and then he is living with apsaras, or what is this? So when it sounds ridiculous, don't question that, but think more in depth into it. What is it teaching me? What is it trying to teach Rama? And that's exactly what you see, the transformation of Rama from there onwards. Then there is that story, and every step of the way you see that transformation. There is a weird story, and then from that story there is a transformation, there is a change in the path that Rama takes, and how he behaves or how he acts and all that. So from there, when he heard the Mandakarni Maharishi's story, that's when he is very curious and very inquisitive about Agastya Maharshi. He wants to go meet Agastya Maharshi. Why? Because Agastya Maharshi is in control of all these things. So when you can relate these, so from point A to point B, can you relate? Can you string them? So these stringing of points, and also you need to have, every time I keep saying this, but you need to have a bird's eye perspective. You need to become Jetayu. You need to become Sampati. When you become Sampati, only you can see where Sita Maya is. So this is how. So you bring yourself above and look at what's happening, what the story is telling you. So that's what is teaching you the insightful or inner way of looking, rather than, okay, Rama did this, or Shurpanaka did this because they're Rakshasas, they're doing that. No, they are Rakshasas. Yes, the story says that, but all these Rakshasas, also the behavior of these Rakshasas are also within us. What are those seeds? So let's look at that. That's what is teaching us, that insightful, or trying to be much more curious and learning and transforming ourselves is how it happens. Okay, if you just say Ramayanam, I read Ramayanam and I'll get all these benefits, yes, definitely you'll get these benefits. You'll get all the benefits that are, because you read this particular sarga and there is a Palashruti and says you'll be blessed with kids. Yes, you will be blessed with kids. If you do it genuinely and with earnestness, you will be blessed. Yes, but what is it beyond? What is it teaching me beyond this? How can I be an instrument in that change? How can I be closer to Rama? How am I going to be closer to Rama when you are doing this? This inquiry is one that helps you do that. Hope I answered your question, Jai Sri Ram.
And also about
Jai Sri Ram.
the Shanti Mantram, you know, we have already one mantram in our document, 30 slokams document. Om Asatoma Sadgamaga. That's also a Shanti Mantram. So all of you know the meaning too. Jai Shri Ram.
That's all, Mama. Thank
Yeah.
you. Wanted to hear that from you. Jai Sri
Jai
Ram.
Shri Ram.
Anyone else has any questions on this? Kindly request all participants to please add your name, location, because I saw some names come without location only. Ragaru?
Jai Shri Ram andi. So just for the benefit of participants who are participating all over the world from India, in case ఎవరికైనా ఇంట్రెస్ట్ ఉంటే చిన్నపిల్లలు తర్వాత యువకులు మీకు కనుక ఈ ఎస్ఏ ఆపర్చునిటీ తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటే డెఫినెట్ గా సైడ్ లో చాట్ స్క్రీన్ లో మీ పేరు, మీరున్న లొకేషన్, తర్వాత ఫోన్ నంబర్, ఇన్ కేస్ ఎప్పుడైనా సేవా కోఆర్డినేటర్స్ కాంటాక్ట్ చేయవలసిన పరిస్థితి వస్తే మీ ఫోన్ నంబరు, ఈమెయిల్ అడ్రస్ కరెక్ట్ గా పక్కన స్క్రీన్ లో పెడితే ఈ క్లోజింగ్ బ్లెస్సింగ్స్ ఇచ్చే లోపల, మనకి క్లోజింగ్ ప్రేయర్స్ చేసే లోపల ఎవరైతే రిజిస్టర్ అయ్యారో వాళ్ళ పేర్లు అక్కడ పెడతామండి. వాళ్ళు మాత్రమే ఎస్ఏ కాంపిటీషన్ కి రాయడానికి అర్హులు అవుతారు. సో ద మోస్ట్ ఇంట్రెస్టింగ్ థింగ్ ఈస్ ఫర్ ద పీపుల్ హూ ఆర్ కమింగ్ ఫ్రమ్ బలా రామాయణం, ఈసారి టైమింగ్స్ కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్ ఉంది కాబట్టి స్పెషల్ గా అరేంజ్మెంట్ తోటి మీరు అందరూ ఇక్కడికి రాగలిగారు. గుడ్ న్యూస్ ఏంటంటే నెక్స్ట్ మంత్ కి కాన్ఫ్లిక్ట్ ఉండదండి, ఎందుకంటే అమెరికాలో టైమింగ్ చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. అమెరికాలో మార్చ్ 7th టైం చేంజ్ అవుతుంది కాబట్టి ఆ టైంకి మీకు రామాయణం అదావిధిగా మళ్ళీ మామూలుగా ఇండియాలో టైం చేంజ్ అంటూ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఉండదు కాబట్టి మీరందరూ కూడా కల్పవృక్షం దానికి రెగ్యులర్ గా అటెండ్ అవ్వచ్చు. సో ఇప్పుడే సైడ్ స్క్రీన్ లో కనుక చూసారనుకోండి, పేరెంట్స్ కూడా వాచ్ చేస్తున్న వాళ్ళు ఒకసారి దయచేసి నోట్ చేసుకోండి. So Sriram, Aishwarya, Nimish, Srimeda, Akshara, Bindya, Sahasra, Srivalli, Sai Charan, Srivallabha, Kartikeya, and Akshat. These are the 12 participants. Sorry, Akshat Tarvata, Harshika, Jayant. 14 participants out of 45 participants who attended the session today are really got inspired, and I really appreciate everybody coming together. And ఈ 14 participant కి దాంతో పాటు ఇంకొకరు కూడా యాడ్ అయ్యారండి ఇప్పుడే. It is Sai Charan. So 15 participants, they have been taking the opportunity to be part of the essay writing opportunity. సో వీళ్ళందరూ ఇవాళ కాల్లో ఉన్నారా లేదా అన్నది మనకందరికీ తెలుసు. ఇదంతా రికార్డెడ్ ఉన్న ఈవెంట్ కాబట్టి సేవా కోఆర్డినేటర్స్ విల్ వాచ్ అవుట్ టు సీ ఇఫ్ ఆల్ ద పార్టిసిపెంట్స్ ఆర్ ఆన్ ద స్క్రీన్ విత్ వీడియో, వితౌట్ వీడియో, ఇవన్నీ వెరిఫికేషన్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత మీకు ఎలిజిబిలిటీ, దానికి రాయవలసిన ఇన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ ఇవన్నీ మీకు పంపడం జరుగుతుంది. మీకు వచ్చింది అంటే మీరు ఎలిజిబుల్ అయ్యారని, తర్వాత మీరు అది February 28 లోపల you have to submit it to the same time. Go ahead with the questions, and Jigesh garu, kindly check if there is any more question.
Yeah, any other questions, comments, observations, Andy? Guru Garu?
Ma, conclude చేద్దాం.
Yeah, తప్పకుండా.
రోజులు పేర్చంటారా?
మీది హ్యాండ్ రేస్ అయితే స్క్రీన్ లో హ్యాండ్ రేస్ వచ్చింది గురు గారు.
Oh ma, sorry ma. తెలీదు how it comes ma.
Okay. Yeah.
So if there are no further questions, definitely Padma garu has taken a wonderful opportunity, and Padma garu has already covered one topic earlier in Kalpavruksham 1 year ago. And if somebody is interested to know about that, it is in the website. If you go to www.jaishriram.org, there is a tab called Kalpavruksham. If you click the tab, every month what the topics are covered, all the recordings are stored there. So the concept of Kalpavruksham is it is a Mahavruksham, and all these contributions are like small tiny leaves. So Padma garu is really blessed to take the opportunity of being one leaf in this sacred Mahavrukshamayana Kalpavruksham. And Kalpavruksham is not only a tree, it is also the tree which is going to give all the boons. Whatever you want, you will get it. So that is the concept behind this Kalpavruksham. So Padma garu has already done one part of it before. We all can watch it, and today's recording also will be there. So Guru Garu is blessing this opportunity to several people, and those who are on this call today, 47 people have joined on this call. You all also can take the opportunity to avail this and come up with the points what you want to share about Ramayana, and especially now it is more tied up with the essay writing opportunity kabatti, you also can make this as a benefit for the future young children. And with that, not only ఒకవేళ నాకు తెలియదు అనుకోండి, in case if I am not able to do it, you may know somebody in your family or in your friends. So tell them that this opportunity is there. It is at free of cost, and it's all about promoting the value of spreading the insights into Ramayanam. So that is a great opportunity. This is happening once in a month. This started more than 15 months ago, and with the Guru Garu blessings, this is happening. And right now the speakers are already allocated for the next 3 months. So speakers will be allocated in the order in which it is received. దీనికి ఎలాగండి స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అంటే, all they have to do is just go to the website, contact Sevalo. They have to put a message saying that I am interested to be part of Kalpavruksham Seva. Once when they submit a request, automatically that request will come to the Seva group, and then Seva group will take it over from there. వాళ్ళని కాంటాక్ట్ చేసి కోఆర్డినేట్ చేసి టైమింగ్స్ అన్ని ఫిక్స్ చేసుకుని టాపిక్స్ గురువు గారితో డిస్కస్ చేసి అన్ని విధాలైన సహాయ సహకారాలు అన్ని చేసిన తర్వాత దే విల్ ఫిక్స్ ద డేట్ అండ్ వి విల్ ప్లాన్ అకార్డింగ్. సో విత్ దట్ గురువు గారు మీరు కూడా ఇవాళ టాపిక్ గురించి బ్లెస్ చేయించింది.
చాలా సంతోషం అమ్మా. పంతు గారు ఎక్సలెంట్ టాపిక్ అమ్మా. సో అందరికీ అనుకూలమైనటువంటిది, అందరికి కావాల్సినటువంటిది, పిల్లలకే కాదు అందరికి పెద్దలకు కూడా మంచి టాపిక్ చూస్ చేశారు. సో ఈవెన్ సో వి డోంట్ నో how the kids, even if a single point, if they connect to that, so the chala big difference, and they will get a good confidence and blessings from the God. Please, all the parents, support and encourage kids to participate in all the Kalpavrukshams. Chala santoshama Padma garu, Bhadrada Sitaramula vari ఆశీస్సులు మంగళాశాసనాలమ్మ మీకు. ఓం మంగళీర్యం మధురిమాగంధపేత పశ్యత సౌభాగ్యవత్వై దత్తా జాతాస్తం విపరేతనా ధైర్యతో మంగళ్యా భృతృత్ అనగో దంపత్యోః కుమార్యాః మాతాపితుః భద్రాతిరత్రీతారామచంద్రస్వామి పరిపూర్ణ కటాక్షదితిరస్తు. స్వస్తి ప్రజాభ్యః పరిపాలయంతాం న్యాయేన మార్గేణ మహీం మహీషాః. గోబ్రాహ్మణేభ్యః శుభమస్తు నిత్యం. లోకాః సమస్తాః సుఖినో భవంతు. సర్వే జనాః సుఖినో భవంతు. సమస్త సన్మంగళాని భవంతు. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. జై శ్రీరామ్. అందరికీ జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్. జై శ్రీరామ్. మంగళాశాసన పరాయత్మత పురోగమైః సదైశ్వర్యాచార్య సత్కృతాయాస్తు మంగళం. జై శ్రీరామ్. జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి.
జై
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురు గారు.
జై
జై
శ్రీరామ్.
శ్రీరామ్
జై
గురుగారు.
శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ గురువు గారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్. జై శ్రీరామ్ అన్న అందరికి.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
పద్మ గారిని ఎంత మనము మెచ్చుకున్నా సరిపోదమ్మా. మేము అలాంటి పెద్దవాళ్ళకి కూడా ఎంతో ఎంతో జ్ఞానం చెప్పిస్తున్నారు ఆమె. రామాయణ పారాయణం అంటేనే ఏదో స్టోరీ లాగా అనుకునే వాళ్ళము, కానీ పర్సనాలిటీ డెవలప్మెంట్ కి అది ఒక్కొక్క క్యారెక్టర్ ని తను ఎనలైజ్ చేసేది. అందరం అసలు వర్డ్స్ రావు మాకు. ఆమెను ఏమన్నా మెచ్చుకోవాలన్నా ఏమన్నా అనాలన్నా చిన్నది కాబట్టి మొక్కలేమేమో అనిపిస్తుంది, కానీ ఆమె విఘ్నతకి మేమందరం నమస్కారం చేస్తున్నామమ్మా.
చాలా చాలా బాగా చెప్పావమ్మా స్వరడమ్మా, చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్.
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి. మళ్ళీ
జై
నెక్స్ట్
శ్రీరామ్ గురుగారు.
జై
జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి ఆచార్యజీ. అందరికి జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి. రామ పరివారం అందరికి జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి.
రాకరు ఏం చేస్తున్నానండి కాల్. థ్యాంక్ యూ పద్మ గారు. జై శ్రీరామ్ అండి. చాలా చక్కగా చెప్పినారు మొత్తం. ఇట్ వాస్ అ వెరీ గుడ్ స్పీచ్ అండి.